Hello, good morning. This is December 19th and welcome to Daily News Commentary. So, Sunday, unpredictably, we have a few analytical topics towards the end of the paper. So, we'll see that. We'll begin with the SP issue. So, Samajwadi Party cries about foul in IT raids on its leaders. So, that's not the issue here. The issue is of IT income tax, ED, and CBI. This is a usual thing that we see when it comes to when it nears the elections and everything. So the topic here is that misuse of constitutional and statutory bodies, political misuse. So these are autonomous independent bodies, so-called autonomous independent body, created to implement rule of law, but they are being misused. So that has been a larger pattern in Indian context, Indian democracy's context, this misuse of bodies. CBI has been what called as caged parrot by Supreme Court in 2013. That situation has not changed even today. So we have to identify why these bodies are being politically misused and what can be the solutions. What can we do about to reform these bodies and restore its independency and autonomy. Right, so that's the first topic that we have, very good one, very important one. GS2 polity. GS2 polity rana, that's significant area. We have the topic syllabuses on constitutional bodies, statutory bodies, known as syllabus portion, that part. Now, India, France agreed to jointly build aircraft engine, Rajna, just read that. France is one of the all-weather friends of India, even in the earlier period of our independence. And even till today, France has stood by India in almost all cases. So, Russia, France are some of the countries with which India have very old relationship, unlike the US and the other powers, which sided with Pakistan in the earlier days. Now, Agni P missile for second time. See, identify what is Agni P is. That's all there is. It's a prelims question. 3 aircraft carriers must house panel on Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence. So just read. You'll get an idea about few things. Indian countries and the island territories having runways which can be operated to committee standing. Okay, so read that about the islands. The islands of India and naval defense. It's like it's often said that India has 2 unsinkable aircraft carriers on its both sides. What is that? 2 unsinkable aircraft carriers in its east and its west. What is that? Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Especially Andaman and Nicobar is concerned. So it's a strategic advantage. The islands are of strategic advantage to India. Push for statehood to Ladakh. Read that. And then after reading this, you have to think about states reorganization. Again, say demand for. Let's keep that separately. State reorganization, second state reorganization, and then demand for statehood and regionalism. GS2, no, not necessarily in GS2, GS1 society ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ഏരിയയാണ് demand for statehood and regionalism and the need for second reorganization. If at all a second reorganization is needed or not. You can say sir, yes or no, needed or not. But read that. Ladakh is there, similarly Garo, no, not Garo, Bodoland movement is there, Vidarbha movement is there, although Vidarbha movement is not that strong. Similarly, there is demand to divide UP into 4 states are there. So look into that. Central Asian dialogue from today. So India, Central Asia relationship, read on that. So they are giving by missing the Organization of Islamic Countries meeting. Skip it and that is important. Cooperative movement. I think we have discussed it once. Why cooperative movement is important? Issues facing the cooperatives. Identify success models. For example, Amul is the way forward. Similarly, government initiatives can also be looked at. So, cooperative sector is of huge importance for India. Guerrillas, very important from government and prelims perspective. Prelims and perspective are very important and guerrillas, one of the very endangered species, critically endangered species. So, in fact, there was a question from guerrillas part in UPSc before, I think 2019 or something. So, read on that. Early signs of worsening of air emerge in Northeast India. See that? I mean, already we know like North India is highly polluted. With industrialization, Northeast is going in that direction. Read that. Iron fortification. So, what is fortification? Need to understand. But I don't think you would have to read it entirely. So, just focus on fortification. What is fortification and its different angles. Why did India reject UNSC draft on climate change? നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു UN Security Council climate change issue കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നു. India had voted against it and Russia had vetoed it. So read on this. These two questions are good. Not this one. This one is not much required. Highways in the hills. It's on the Chardham project. Read till here. Not beyond that. Beyond that is not necessary. So very good articles. Couple of really good articles. Is raising marriage age enough to help girls? So, who do marriage laws in India? What do marriage laws say? What is the purpose of raising age of marriage? Right. Serve with purpose. Will the new proposal make women more vulnerable? Read that. The PepsiCo impact. Impact of PepsiCo verdict. So here, what you have to say is, so there is an act called Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Authorities. So that's an act that has been created to regulate the seed developing sector in India. Seed is obviously very important for agriculture practices, right? So there's a conflict between the rights of the seed manufacturers and the farmers. So this issue is based on that. There is a case on like PepsiCo vs farmers in Gujarat. So read on that. I mean, and that issue. The topic here is seeds. Okay. So read on that. On the other, the issue is like on the one hand you need high yielding variety of seeds, modern seeds, but Indian agriculture is predominantly based upon traditional seeds which has low productivity and low output. So if you want to go about that, improve the condition, you need modern seeds. But then there is an issue between these modern seeds which are developed by different companies. They will not be having the productive capacity. They will be having their brand names, brand restrictions, patent rights, everything. That goes against farmers' freedom. So that's the issue here. Yeah, that's more of it for today. Look into this hill tivas, where they are found in Kirby and Log districts for prelims. That's the news for today. Have a good day.